come back to this question of what kind of chief minister should a state need, because I think there are two models that are there. I'll just come to you, Ram, in a moment, but let me go to Nivedit Alva, Secretary of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee, joining me from Bangalore. Nivedit, there is this battle now as to who will be your chief minister. Various names are doing the rounds. We've spoken to Mallikarjun Kharge, his name is being cited. We've spoken to Siddaramaiah. What is the kind of chief minister that you believe Karnataka wants? What is the kind of chief minister the Congress will give the state now?
Hi, good morning, Rajdeep.
Good morning.
And everybody else on the panel. To start with, I think we are very confident about the fact of where we've gotten to. We always were. And I think what we need to keep in mind is that the Congress has a decision-making process in place which has always been followed. To answer your question on what the state would want, I think by the way the state has voted,
yes,
to start with, and giving a decisive mandate, a decisive majority to one party, I think that is the first big lesson for everyone who's involved in this process, that the state is looking for a stable leadership, the state is looking for a clean leadership, the state is looking for someone who's able to take all sections along and who's able to undo all that has been done in Karnataka in the last 7 years.
No, but Nivedit, can I make a point? There is a general feeling that chief ministers of the Congress have been puppets whose every decision has to be ratified by Delhi. We've seen it particularly with a Kiran Kumar Reddy, for example, in Andhra Pradesh. A Prithviraj Chavan is in a coalition where he has very little elbow room for maneuver, has a limited mass base of his own. The Congress tends to not want chief ministers who are strong and powerful. The only one you've had in recent times is Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy. Is the Congress willing to give Karnataka a chief minister who is empowered, or will he always have to look at Delhi? I think that is the question, more than CEO versus someone who will take along people.
Rajdeep, I think that's an unfair accusation to make, simply for the fact that both the examples you cited, whether it's Maharashtra is a coalition government,
yes,
where the dharma is completely different to single party government, and the other example you took of Andhra Pradesh, where in a post-YSR era, it has been very tough to hold various things together. Yes, he was a very strong chief minister, and the fact is that the chief minister we have now is someone who needs to pull everyone along. So both these examples I don't think are fair to cite in this case. Secondly, the point I'd like to make, and more importantly, is that because we have a well-tested system in place, and something that we have been following as a national party for many years, doesn't mean that it is a system that you can call a puppet system, or a system that, we have a strong central leadership, we have a strong state leadership, and between both these we are confident that we will be able to get the kind of leader that this state requires, and who is able to pull everyone along and take Karnataka to where the people have really voted for us for.
The worry is that whoever becomes chief minister will not be empowered. You see, you had S.M. Krishna to some extent got empowered, which is why he was able to at least produce some results. Many believe that it was mainly in and around Bangalore. But are you all willing to give a chief minister a full 5-year term and say, look, you handle Karnataka, get it back in order, Delhi will not interfere?
I don't think the Congress has ever said that, hey, we're not giving you a 5-year term, or that, you can't do this and you can't do that. I don't think that has ever happened. The fact of the matter is that in Karnataka, there are, you need to keep everyone together, and you need a leader who's able to take everyone together and move ahead. Also keeping in mind that the national polls are next year.
Yes.
So yes, to answer your question, we will be having a strong leader who's able to deliver to Karnataka what it requires, and who's able to pull the party together for the polls next year as well.
Okay. Yes, Ram, you wanted to make a point.
At one point, the Congress secretary made a clean government. An early test of this government will be, will they appoint an independent Lokayukta?
Yes.
Siddharth made a very interesting point where he said that in many ways Mr. Santosh Hegde's report started the exposure of the corruption and the downfall, which has now led to the victory of the Congress party. An independent, empowered, not a compliant Lokayukta of the Santosh Hegde kind. Now, Narendra Modi will not have it in Gujarat, for example. It's an interesting contrast. I think the people of Karnataka need a Santosh Hegde-like figure. Maybe even Santosh Hegde himself, who comes from a record of great public service. And because my worry is not that the High Command will intervene. That's not my worry.
Yes.
Because now they've got a majority. So my worry is that the MLAs who have got close links to the real estate lobby, they will be asking for a return of favors. So only an independent Lokayukta not citizens groups, not Mohandas and me talking in a TV studio, can they give a commitment that they will have an independent Lok Ayuktha and empower it?
Nivedit, quick response to that.
Ram, thanks for what you said. I agree with it, but I think it's premature to discuss who will be appointed to what post at this point of time.
Forget the person.
What we are
An
saying is,
independent person. People are angry with corruption in Karnataka. It's one of the states which has got a bad reputation in the last 5 years because of corruption. Is the Congress willing to clean up Karnataka by giving an independent Lok Ayukt to the state, for example?
The Congress, yes, is ready to do whatever it takes to clean up the administration in this state. And Rajdeep, the point I'd like to make is a lot has been said about corruption.
Yes.
And I think while it was a key issue, if you travel, which I'm sure your teams have, if you travel length and breadth of the state,
yes,
the key thing I like to say again and again is what everybody is not talking about is the complete lack of administration on basic grounds. I mean, forget about, yes, corruption was a big issue.
Yes.
But every single thing from drought relief to widow pensions to, I mean, I've said this repeatedly and I will say it again and again, because there was no administration across the state.
Okay.
People were only worried about who was going to be chief minister, which minister would be retained when the next cabinet comes in.
Let's look ahead.
Yeah,
let's
so we are looking ahead,
okay,
and we are confident. We are confident with the numbers that the way they're looking right now.
Yes.
Is that we will be able to deliver on what you're talking about.
Radeep.
Yeah, on the Lok Ayuktha front, the first activist Lok Ayuktha, Venkatachala, was a Congress appointee, and so it's and right now we have a Lok Ayuktha who is a former Chief Justice. Yes, so there's no reason for us to question his integrity or independence or anything like that. That institution has been strong in Karnataka, and we expect it to continue to be that way.
Yes, Radeep. We are seeing backtracking by both these people in saying that corruption is not the major issue, delivery is the major issue. But there's corruption in delivery. The root cause of bad delivery is corruption. And unless the Congress party gives an assurance to people of Karnataka that they will have an independent Lok Ayuktha like Ram says, and they will punish anybody who's corrupt, then I think we're not going to have a good government. I think it's bad augury. They must make a clear stand on corruption when they take the oath of office of the government.
Because
I think you can't push it like this. What the fear is, Nivedit? The fear is that the Congress has been out of power for almost a decade. Yes. So now you want the spoils of power. Yes. You have invested a lot of money in getting back to power.
The new election.
You've spent 10 to 15 crores. There's another election coming up. The Congress will now, it's payback time. And payback time in states like Karnataka means how do I make money?
Rajdeep, to start with, I would like to clarify, I never said that corruption was not an issue. I said corruption was a big issue, but there were a plethora of other issues which nobody seems to be talking about.
Yes.
And they're only focusing on one issue. That is the first thing I said. Second thing I said was that the Congress party is very, very clear on the fact that obviously we don't condone corruption, and we are a party that from the manifesto stage has promised a clean leadership and able leadership and clean governance.
Right.
Those are the points on which we have gone to the election, those are the points we stand by, and those are the points which the government that comes to power will sit out and do.
Okay.